Hey, hello everyone. Nice to have you today for our new members presentations. Very happy to have you today. This is our first new member presentation for April. Obviously, we are very happy to welcome our new members who joined the BGA recently. And let them introduce their projects, introduce themselves as well. And without any further ado, I would just take a few times just to talk about the BGA, who we are and what we do. So the BGA is the Blockchain Game Alliance, and we are an organization committed to promoting blockchain within the game industry. And the goal is really to spread awareness about blockchain technology, and we want to encourage adoption by highlighting the potential to foster new ways to create, to publish, to play, and to build strong community around games. And one of the focus we have as well is that we are also strong advocate for diversity and more inclusivity of women in the industry. And on that note, I'm really happy to announce today that Serena Tabachi, that some of you may already know from the past videos that we made from the BGA and all the works she's putting to promote the BGA and raise awareness. Really happy to have her as a board member of the BGA starting today. So happy to have her, and wish her the best in this adventure. And obviously, we have core activities, networking activities, where the objective is to gather a lot of different actors around blockchain to promote blockchain within the game industry. We do research and reporting, as we did with DAPRADA end of last year, capitalizing on the expertise of our members of the BGA to give a view of what is the blockchain gaming industry. We represent blockchain gaming companies, and we are advocate for the blockchain in the game industry as well. So as you see, we have some sponsors that I would like to thank them to make this journey possible. And we have at almost 400 members within the BGA. So very happy to have them. And obviously, we do this kind of event live where we introduce the new BGA members, but we also have some thematics, some panel through different topics we want to tackle depending on the expertise we have in-house in the BGA. And we have demo day as well. And actually, we just returned from the NFC in Lisbon, where we had the privilege to handle a panel about metanomics, which was really good. And I thank Dapredator, Cryptomon, and Serena, who were able to have this panel. It was very interesting to have you. And yeah, I already know that some of the guys we have today were in Lisbon with us during the dinner. And I also know that for the next BGA dinner, we will have this physical event. We have to have the pleasure to share knowledge and to meet to any other members. We'll have some in Paris next week. And I already know that some of the people I'm seeing here will be in Paris next week. So happy to have you guys. So without any further ado, I would like to let the stage to Ken Timsit from Cronos. If you're ready, Ken, I would let you the stage.
Thanks, Flav. So hi, I'm Ken. Very pleased to be here with you today. I've always been a great fan of what the BGA has done. I think it's really impressive, and also it's comforting to see the persistence of that organization that has been around the block for a few years now. So yeah, congratulations, and we're really happy to be a member. I'll thank you for being on time, Flav, and I'll be on time as well, out of respect for the other presenters. So I'm going to talk to you about Cronos Chain. So Cronos is a layer 1 blockchain. It is the layer 1 blockchain that is backed by crypto.com. So the story behind this is really that if you look at the end of last year, there were around 300 million people who had purchased their first crypto so far, most of which from a centralized exchange. And depending on estimates, we expect that between 800 million and 1 billion users by the end of this year will own some form of crypto. And so, Crypto.com, like me, like many others in the space, expect that the centralized exchange is the first step to get familiar with the space. But gradually, all those next billion users of Web3 are going to migrate towards self-custody, decentralized finance, and GameFi. And so, Cronos is here to facilitate that migration with the support of a centralized exchange, but itself as a public open source network that is controlled by its validators and by more than 200 dApp developers and partners. So that's the intention behind Cronos. Now, in terms of the technology, one differentiating factor is that it is the first chain that is compatible with both Ethereum chains and Cosmos chains. So it is built on the Cosmos SDK and as such interoperable with other Cosmos chains via IBC. But on top of Cosmos, the application layer is an EVM emulator. So it works exactly like Ethereum from the standpoint of users and developers who can use MetaMask, all their preferred wallets, all the dev tools that and all the smart contract libraries that people have been used to in the Ethereum world. So far, things have been going very, very well for Cronos. We launched in November 2021. In just a few months, we skyrocketed to a top 10 position amongst all chains with respect to total value locked in DeFi. And so today we stand at 4 billion TVL, 500,000 unique wallets, around 300,000 transactions per day. And I think when you look at those numbers, you realize that if there are 500,000 users transacting 300,000 times per day, it means that they're very active. And that is also the feeling that we get from the community. So the Cronos community is quite young, very much into sports, into games, very active in trading. And there's a huge appetite on their part to have more games and GameFi on Cronos. We really want to develop that ecosystem on Cronos because there's such a overwhelming demand for it. And that's why we're joining the BGA and want to expand our reach and our support to as many game developers as possible. And so if you're a game developer, why be on Cronos? Well, first of all, there is this technological differentiation, right? The idea that you can be on a chain that acts kind of as a hub between Ethereum and Cosmos, and that's interesting. There's also, of course, the appeal of that huge addressable user base of the Cronos, Crypto.com and Crypto.org community that numbers tens of millions of users. And along with that come all kinds of advantages when it comes to ease of on-ramp and off-ramp for users, which has always been a big problem for consumer applications. And finally, there's also the advantage of being able to rely on Particle B, which is the name of the ecosystem accelerator of Cronos, which supports developers with various kinds of grants and accelerator programs. We just announced, and I will finish with that, right? So we just announced Cronos Play. So Cronos Play is the umbrella brand regrouping all our developer offerings for games. So it's a modular suite of integrations, products, and services. So we just recently announced the integration with the chain-safe gaming SDK, which allows developers to create and Web3 transactions and read the blockchains in the Unity game framework. We have started to work with Moralis, and we'll announce soon the launch of Moralis integration on Cronos. We are working on an SDK for the Unreal game engine, as well as various payment solutions that will be integrated with Crypto.com. And so I think with that suite of solutions, we really want to make it easier for game developers to create more games on Cronos, in addition to us bringing to them that awesome user base. To contact us, Cronos.org or contact@particleb.com, and we'll be happy to tell you more. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ken. Yeah, it's very impressive to see how fast the community of Cronos is growing. Actually, I'm a part of this community, so really happy to have you on board in the BGA, and I guess we will meet very soon in the following days. So thank you very much, Ken. And yeah, I would be pleased to welcome Johnny in the stage. Just Johnny, if you're ready to share your screen.
Absolutely. Just give me a second.
Sure. Yes, you're good.
All right, great. So I'll probably be slightly longer than that, but I'll keep it under 10 minutes. So hi, everyone. My name is Johnny. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Morfyus League. Morfyus League is empowering communities to live limitless in the metaverse. So who is Morfyus and what is everything all about? Has my slide changed? Sorry. There we go. So Morfyus League deems itself as a metaverse and gaming ecosystem where we're actually enabling people across the globe to unlock income, but also learning opportunities within the metaverse, as well as the play to earn economies that are, coming out each and every day over the past several months. We overcome some of the typical hurdles that people face to come into such economies, like the startup capital. So Morfyus League is investing in play to earn games. We're providing the NFTs as well as the resources for those people anywhere in the world to start earning in the P2E economies. But the other typical hurdle is that they actually lack the expertise to reap the full monetization of these NFTs. We're providing that direct technical trading from our community, as well as our experts in gaming and other fields to enable these gamers to optimize their gameplay in P2E. Apart from that, the other benefit that they gain in our ecosystem is the community and the tech and resources. In terms of the community, we have a support group that we like to call it, where they can gain advice and they can get together with a group of like-minded players to exchange ideas and strategy. Last but not least, to keep everything moving seamless, for the players in our ecosystem, we provide the tech and we provide the resources. So we provide the setup, access to crypto wallets, smart contracts to be able to lend out our NFT resources, as well as communication tools. And so where do we actually see all of this going? So our vision and where we want to bring Morfyus League is to really empower millions around the globe to be able to leverage all these opportunities that the metaverse has to offer, so that they can then have a better quality of life. So how we see this gaming space right now is really a gateway to the bigger metaverse. Play to earn is really that stepping stone. And what we're trying to do is empower these people with skills, with connections, with a network, as well as resources to be able to make the most of the metaverse. People enter our ecosystem, we plant them into a strategically handpicked game that we have invested in. Immediately, they gain income security, and we deem this as our Morfyus League scholars. As they grow with the league, we provide them mentorship and coaching. They gain expanded skill sets and networks, and they're then promoted within the league to higher positions such as community lead or player managers. And finally, through our educational programs, they're actually able to diversify their skills beyond gaming to learn things like coding, marketing, and social media as some examples, to be able to monetize future opportunities in the metaverse. And I can't tell you each and every single one of those jobs that will exist in the future, but we're very sure that this is only the tip of the metaverse and it's going to grow. So that leads me to our biggest edge. So Morfyus League's biggest edge here is to create the first decentralized autonomous workforce. So it's not the traditional DAO that you're all familiar with, but we term it as the workforce because we're able to unlock massive value in our community by giving them skills and tools that they need to be able to take on jobs, to be able to help other organizations in the metaverse in the future. So Morfyus League, what we'll do is we'll work with partnerships in education to be able to deliver content, upskill programs, and allow these players in our community to grow their opportunities and reap that future work that's going to be created in the metaverse. So imagine this workforce that's able to scale and support and operate portions of the metaverse, as well as help other DAOs and other metaverse organizations and their members as well. So to kind of take a step back and kind of give you guys a bit of background on how we got started. So go way back to around 2015. Myself, I got started as a crypto investor. At first, it was difficult for me to actually wrap my head around, what cryptocurrency actually was, but I did see it was gaining traction, or maybe it was hype, I'm not sure. But nonetheless, it did show that there was a possibility to revolutionize finance as we knew it. Myself being a risk manager by background, I decided to manage my risk, expose myself a little bit in my portfolio into early projects like Neo, Omega Sego, Monero, and that kind of evolved along the way. Move along a bit to March 2021. Here we are in the middle of a major pandemic, COVID-19, that you guys are all familiar with. And NFTs here were actually starting to take off. And it was actually my dad who got me interested in NFTs, and what we're sharing ideas is on their ability to bring that ownership, to bring value to digital images and objects. And myself being a huge Pokemon collector, I decided to actually purchase in the projects I liked. Not so much for the investment value, but because of how they looked. Move along to August 2021. My dad, again, being who he is, always sharing ideas with me. He actually saw this game on Real Vision, and that game was Axie Infinity. He said, "You got to look at this. This looks really cool. Look at what it's doing." And he showed me, hey, it's changing lives. It's actually doing something that maybe crypto technologies haven't been able to do as successfully. And I think that for me was getting bit by the play to earn bug. And it wasn't really that gaming aspect, but it was really the ability to bring real change to livelihoods globally. And that was frictionlessly, and as well as at speed, as well as at scale. So I decided to put my love for video games and knack for problem solving to really try to bring a greater purpose to the world. By September 2021, Morfyus League was born. So by then we had our very first scholars in Axie Infinity. We had raised 1.4 million in our seed round, and we are ready to bring economic change through P2E globally. So in terms of the team and driving force, behind Morfyus League, we are a group of ex-corporates, and we're all from renowned firms like Delivery Hero, Ernst & Young, UBS, Deutsche Bank, and Expedia. We know crypto, we know gaming, and we have strong experience in the tech and crypto sector. So we joined forces during COVID to bring that change that we envision and deliver the benefits of the metaverse to our home region of Southeast Asia. Our team strength is now around 15, and that consists of myself, my co-founder Joey, as well as our gaming operations and our player management teams. And then in terms of the traction that we've been gaining today, so it's actually been a really short time for us. We've only been around 6 months, but our community has grown significantly. So we've already achieved 12,000 active scholars, and that represents an 80% monthly scholar growth. We're present in 15 countries, and we have local managers and teams on the ground in those countries. And we've created a network and community of over 80,000 online. In terms of our financials, as I mentioned before, we have raised 1.4 million in seed funds. And we've managed to create more than 2 times that value through the company in that 6 months. And we created over 3 million. We're profitable, and we're also cash flow positive. One of the driving forces behind that growth is really the games that we've handpicked and invested in early on. So to date, we've actually grown our portfolio to over 15 games through investments and partnerships. Some of those include Pegaxi, Illuvium, GenoPets, as well as Axie Infinity. But we've also created partners on the community and tech, such as the BGA, as well as blockchain spaces actually provided us with technology that we're able to utilize in our operations to make things operate more smoothly. So how did we achieve that growth, and how do we continue to achieve further growth? We call this the Morpheus method, and we've actually optimized this through a three-pronged approach. So we actually focus on having the right games, ensuring that there's a constant supply of new games because we need to maximize opportunities available for our community members, and that allows us to grow more, return more, and it gives us more capital to invest more. We focus on getting the right people. So we need to have that vibrant community of passionate gamers from day one in order to retain the existing community members. And last but not least, having the right rewards is very important in this space because payments need to be fair, and they need to be transparent, and they need to be available to everyone in the community. So where do we go from here? So Morpheus League's next leap is going to create, as I spoke about earlier, the decentralized autonomous workforce. And underlying this will be our Morpheus token. So through the launch of our TGE, we'll be able to reward our community and our DAO members with the Morph utility token, creating additional yield, from their rankings in the league, as well as the ability to stake in our Morpheus pools. Additionally, the token holders will have the ability to have voting rights and have governance to be able to co-create our future together. Last but not least, a very integral component is moving towards a full stack ecosystem. Managing a P2E guild is a very labor-intensive process. So by moving towards an automated interface with analytics, metrics, tracking, it's going to enable us to have more real-time informed decision-making as we're speeding through on the go, as well as the ability to manage and engage with the players in a streamlined way and make it seamless for them to interact with us and play games. So why Morpheus League? So to wrap things up and for everyone listening, Morpheus League is really well positioned to grow within the metaverse and has a community of versatile players. So for investors, you're getting direct access to a growing GameFi and metaverse market opportunity. It's an actively managed investment as well into that portfolio that we've chosen strategically of NFTs, as well as AAA blockchain games that are going to be able to continuously generate yield for you. We are also a league built to last. We're diversified through our portfolio, as well as investing in learning initiatives to ensure that there's that sustainability and constant growth as the metaverse evolves in the years to come. We also have a strong team and highly diversified in Southeast Asia that has proven success, not only in the tech world, but also in the startup world and corporate world. For games, if you're listening, you get access to a fast growing network of Morpheus metaverse natives to be able to beta test your games at scale and give you that feedback you need to make your tweaks at the beginning. Last but not least, you can penetrate the market into Southeast Asian communities and be able to use our network to get deep inside. If you're a gamer listening, you're able to gain a head start with Morpheus League into the NFT and the GameFi surge that we're experiencing today. You can monetize what you do best, get another income stream, and access to our wide portfolio that we talked about earlier. Apart from portfolio, you also have this big community network, not only of gamers, but crypto savvy and Web3 savvy people and other gaming individuals. Sorry, guys. All right. So if you're ready to press play, here's some more information. Our Discord, our social links. You can reach out to myself through the email address here, or you can find out more through our website. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Johnny, for that presentations. Actually, this is a very interesting subject, and we'll have actually a panel next week with Blockchain Space and other actors in the space to talk about how to educate and to grow the play to earn community. So will be fun to have your opinion on that as well. So thank you very much for that, and welcome.
Absolutely.
To the PGA.
Thank you. I look forward.
So the next person to present is Zivko Todorov, co-founder of EnterDAO. Zivko, if you're ready.
Yep. Hey guys, and thanks to everyone for joining. Quick second to share my screen. Can you guys see it? Should be right.
Yes.
All right. One sec.
Perfect.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Živko and I'm co-founder of EnterDAO, and we are building a gateway to the metaverse in a DAO-first way. Really quickly, so EnterDAO is a decentralized autonomous organization living on the Ethereum blockchain, and we are building market-enabling products for the open metaverse, and the DAO is governed by the Enter token. We're building at EnterDAO, we're building two core products for now. The first one is called Landworks, which is a land renting marketplace for metaverse games, and we currently are working with Decentraland, very soon integrating CryptoVoxels in the next week or two, and we're hoping to integrate virtually any metaverse game that is out there and that has land living on the blockchain. The reason why we started off with Decentraland is simply because it's the first metaverse game in the Web3 space, and they're quite a serious audience, and more so people are able to build on top of this land. We're soon integrating CryptoVoxels and hoping to integrate Sandbox and all the others as well. This is pretty much how the product works. It's live on the Ethereum mainnet. It's audited twice, so it's safe, and there are already 69 properties that are listed for rent, and there's already renting activity as well. Why we're doing this? So we obviously believe that the metaverse games are poised to be the next big social space, kind of what social media was 10, 15 years ago. But currently land or NFT marketplaces are only buy and sell, which means that landowners can do anything with their land, but hold it as an investment and try to sell it hopefully at a profit later on. And finally, but not least, and probably the main driver behind what we're building is we believe that brands, both Web2 and Web3 brands, are going to be looking to leverage metaverses and create experiences for the audience. But for that, we believe that they don't need to own the land long term because it's an asset that they don't understand, and it could be also quite expensive and prohibited. So we're enabling them to basically rent the land short term, do the event, concert, conference, fashion show, whatever, and then give it back. How it works, it's a decentralized protocol driven by smart contracts, so we don't actually control anything anymore. The marketplace is peer-to-peer decentralized, and landowners basically deposit land into our smart contract. They choose the maximum period that people can rent it from, they choose the price, and then renters can rent it permissionlessly on Ethereum. And once they have rented the plot of land, they're able to deploy scenes on top of it and create experiences. A simple use case, for example, one of our users rented a piece of land, and they created or are creating in the moment wedding space in the metaverse, and they'll be doing metaverse weddings in the Decentraland, and they'll be issuing NFT marriage certificates, which is a funny use case that I want to share. That's Landworks, and the second big project that we're building, it's called MetaPortal. It's something really different from Landworks, but it's still very much into our core mission of building a gateway to the metaverse. So MetaPortal is essentially a Web3 Steam desktop client serving as a single point of discovery and access to Web2 games, or how we call it is basically games, events, and friends in the Web3 metaverse. It's a desktop app. It has a built-in wallet. This is how it looks, and you can play different games. We are integrating and adding new games each week. We'll be adding different wallet options and expanding much more social and competitive functionalities as we go. We launched our MVP a couple of weeks ago, so everything is still quite fresh, and we'll be obviously super receptive to any kind of feedback. We will also be building a SDK for game developers that are looking to integrate seamlessly with Metaportal. So if this is interesting for any of the games in the Blockchain Game Alliance, we're always happy to talk and how we can partner down the line. While we're doing this, basically, we think that Web3 gaming and play-to-earn games are taking the world by storm. We know that Web3 games or blockchain-enabled games are inherently better than their ancestors or their predecessors, I should say, because it's actually they enable player-owned economies and creation of in-game assets that are owned by the players, which is a more fair, more transparent nature and a manner to do gaming. But we still believe that access to these games and even the UX of those are challenged. Non-crypto savvy people are having a hard time with all the wallets, different chains. Some of these games are on side chains and whatnot. So this is why we're building it. We're going to be adding a lot to Metaportal, including NFT renting, DEX, and a bunch of other stuff. So still a long way to go for us there. We started doing this. So EnterDAO was founded September 2021, so 6-7 months ago. And a month later, Steam decided to ban all games with NFTs or cryptocurrencies. So this was one of our main drivers behind this, because we don't think that anyone can actually ban Web3 games because they're permissionless and decentralized in nature. So those are pretty much the two products that we're building at EnterDAO. We also have a NFT collection for our community that enables different and will enable different in-game experience and events. And this is pretty much who we are. So I'm one of the founding members of the DAO. We've been building stuff since 2017 at LimeChain, Proof System, Barnbridge, and Universe. And those are some of our investors. We have Delphi Digital on board, Mark Yusko, the Warwick brothers, and a bunch of others. So we're really happy with the initial community that we have. That's pretty much EnterDAO in a nutshell. Happy to chat with anyone building the open metaverse, whether it's gaming, marketplaces. This is why we're in the alliance. We're building the metaverse together. So always open to chatting. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Zivko. Actually, already seeing some opportunities for you to connect with BJ members, and I hope you did last week in Lisbon. Thanks for the presentation. Happy to have you.
Thank you.
The next person will be Andra Bagdonet from Edensol. Andra, if you're ready, it's your turn.
Hello, everyone. Very happy to be here. So let me share my screen and tell you a little bit more about Edensol.
You're good.
Yeah. So, hi. Edensol is a fantasy gaming metaverse that combines fun-packed action with play-to-earn features and the use of collectible NFTs on Solana blockchain. So we have started building Edensol about 9 months ago. And since then, we have invested more than 400K into the game development. Now, the game itself is being built from here in Lithuania, where I'm currently sitting, by Golem House and Three Towers Game Studios. So these are gaming studios that have experience in building free-to-play mobile games and PC games and crypto games, such as Eartha, Moon, or Spellfire. Maybe you have heard of some of them. So we decided to unite our forces and basically build something that's a little bit fresh, that would be targeting the traditional gamer, and that would be similar in style to titles such as Hearthstone. So if you look at the art, maybe it seems familiar, and there's a reason for that. We are very excited that we have our game demo available. So actually, if you want to try it out, you can go on our website and play it. But the game itself is set to launch towards the end of Q2. So pretty soon, actually. So stay tuned for that. Now, when it comes to Edensol, In essence, it is a fantasy action RPG that combines fun-packed action with play-to-earn features and NFTs. This is a game built for the traditional gamer, as Edensol single-handedly removes the obstacles of crypto gaming. Now, inside the game, the players can do several things. First of all, they can fight in addictive PvE or PvP battles and tournaments. They can also win and earn while they are playing, so we have this play-to-earn element. Basically, players can receive NSOL tokens and NFTs as they are playing and winning the battles. Now, the NFTs can be used to upgrade the heroes, the characters which are needed to start and enter the game. And those characters that are stronger, that have better NFTs, have higher chances of winning and becoming the strongest hero in the Edensol metaverse. Of course, what is better than playing with your friends? And this is why we have decided to include guilds into the game. So players can join guilds, can play together, share their assets and rewards. So let's take a look at the gameplay itself. As I mentioned, the gameplay is split into PvE and PvP modes. In PvE, players are journeying across a vast and varied landscape on their quest to hunt and fight monsters. So basically, you are battling against various monsters who are becoming stronger and more difficult to fight as you progress through the different levels. So players need to learn how to use their skills, how to use different tools, and how to use the different NFTs that they have in order to be able to win against stronger monsters. So, it's not like those automated games where basically you just click on a button and nothing and everything happens for you. We have decided to make the gameplay exciting, fun to play, and requiring a lot of skill from the players. Now, in the PvP mode, so there, the players will be able to battle against one another. And they will be fighting to become the strongest and the most supreme player of all. So players will be able to do that against one another or to join bigger battles or tournaments where they might be able to fight for a bigger prize pool and therefore have a bigger bounty available for them. When it comes to the guilds, so players will be able to share their resources and or establish scholarship programs if they want to do that. There are several benefits that guilds offer when compared to playing in single player mode. So first of all, players will be able to share their earnings, share their assets, mainly NFTs, participate in guild raids to fight for very rare bounty, very rare NFTs, or big pools of tokens. And also the guilds will be able to occupy lands. So this is something that single players will not be able to do. Guilds will be able to occupy the lands, to own them, and then to initiate challenges for other players on these lands. So, a lot of fun that can actually happen inside the game if you are a member of a guild. When it comes to the NFTs, we have designed and prepared the NFTs very carefully. So actually we have a team of artists who are working and drawing each NFT as a unique item. Our artists have been working in companies such as Gods Unchained. So actually the art, is just very detailed, it's beautiful. And it really stands out from all the CryptoPunk, Axie Infinity style art that you see out there. And the NFTs are split into 4 categories. So first of all, we have the heroes, the most important NFT, because players will need the hero to start playing. And they will be able to own several heroes to try out different strategies, to use either warrior, ranger, or mage, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. In addition to that, the players will be able to purchase or win gear items, and these items will make the heroes stronger. Some of them will be extremely rare and unique, so they will be the ones that the players will fight for the most. To make the game a bit more fun and to include this element of ownership, we have also decided to incorporate pets into the game, which will be bred from magical crystal eggs. So the pets will fight with the heroes together in the battles, and this way will improve their chances of winning the battles and, claiming the prizes. Now, when it comes to our utility token, so NSOL is basically the currency of the Edensol metaverse. The players will be able to obtain the token in several ways. So they will be able, of course, to exchange it from other cryptocurrencies or purchase it on the exchanges, or they will be able to win the tokens as in-game rewards from battles, challenges, battle outcomes, or by sharing it within the guild members. The token itself will be mostly used inside the game, for example, to purchase NFTs in the game marketplace, or to buy energy boosts or loot boxes that will be needed inside the game. The players will also be able to use the token to purchase tournament tickets, for example, or to enter some of the challenges, such as Endless Dungeon. And the tokens will be used to establish guilds. So a lot of activity inside the game that will help us to ensure that we have a healthy game economy and that the token is being used by players a lot to ensure liquidity. In terms of our roadmap, so right now we are in Q2. We just entered Q2, and we are planning to do the first NFT airdrops and pre-sale in just a couple of weeks. So again, stay tuned, follow us so that you can actually maybe purchase one of the most rare and unique NFTs that will be out there. We are also doing our private sale right now and plan to do the public sale towards the end of Q2, as well as the listing and token generation event. As I mentioned in the beginning, we are planning to do the game launch as well at the end of this quarter. Now, moving further, we will continue working on the game, releasing major big updates basically every quarter. And in Q2, you can expect to see PvP battles, pet integration, and guilds, while in Q4, we will incorporate the lands and will establish the first land sales. So a lot of exciting things are coming up for us. But right now, I want to tell you a bit more also about our team. So the Edensol is being created by Golem House and Three Towers Game Studios. Here you can see our team members, but actually just this week we have hired 2 more designers who are not on the slides yet, but I'll make sure to update that pretty soon. And here you can see some of us, we have experience, as I mentioned, from Gods Unchained, Unity, North Current, Pokemon Go, and other games and game studios. So we are very excited about bringing together such a strong team that will help us to build a great game. And right now, I want to leave you with my contacts and my email because we are very actively looking for partnerships that could help us to grow our community and to raise brand awareness about Edensol. As we just became public, we haven't really been talking about Edensol too much. And right now, we want to basically become a strong player in the crypto gaming industry. So thanks a lot for listening to me, and let's talk. Follow us on socials, and let's see if we can do something great together. So thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you very much, Andra. Very interesting project. I would love to have you doing our demo day when we let the different BGA members just demo live their games in Q2 when you will have the PvP mod. It's going to be very lovely to have you to explain the game and show the mechanics of the game. So yeah, happy to have
absolutely.
You. Yeah.
We actually already applied for the demo day, so
yes,
hope to see
great.
you there.
Thank you very much.
Thank
so the next person to present will be Vincent Chen. Vincent, if you're ready from Gameland, the stage is yours.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let me see. Okay, my name is Vincent. I'm the founder of the Gameland. Our Gameland's vision is to create a game together. Yeah, now incubation by Cronos. And we also try to integrate with the Chromia MT standard protocol. Yeah. Gameland is the game platform for game producers to meet the player and the community as earlier, maybe so they can get more feedback from the markets. We try to build a bridge to connect the game producer, player, and communities for the game producers to help them to rank the game. Yeah. And why we will do the Gameland, because we list the 3 problems. The small and medium game producer, they want to rent the games, but they have a limit budget to promote the game. So they want to find someone to help them to promote the game, to meet the communities, to test the game from the markets. So we can help them to solve this problem. And some also, if someone has the ideal game FT, they want to hold them, not to sell them, to earn some money. They also can do on our platform. And some game guilds, our Gameland have our game guilds. Now we have our game guild in Philippines have more than 2,000 members. Yeah. Now game guilds, when we running the game guild, we face many problems. We want to share some profit to the player. We want to rent the FT to the player. We also that the process is too long, so we try to solve these problems. So that is why we provide 4 solutions. Enlightenment programs is focused on the early game producers. If they want to rent the game, but they did not have a they want to find someone to get them find someone to test the game to get some feedback, so they can apply our enlightenment programs. We can give them some player to test the game, so they can meet the player as earlier, and they can get some feedback from our market, so they can try to improve the games. Yeah. And we also will build the NFT leasing platforms. Now we cooperate with the other games iterating, so they will release the NFT on our platform. In the few days, we will launch our platform. And now we support the Ethereum and Polygon chains now. And the third, we also build a game guild tools. This helps the game guild manager to visualize the NFT assets. They can see all the players earn the money. They can share the reward to the player, and also can make some profit to share, make some the profit, to calculate the profit and to share the share the profit to the player. Yeah. And the last is Gen Z's communities. This is big communities. We will include some player, some games, some mentors, some the other people they're willing to write. They are willing to learn some games. So this community we will also have creators. They will produce some videos or the articles to teach people how to play the game. Yeah. And this community is focused on all the peoples. If you are willing to try get into the game, you can join our communities. And our value proposition is for the game guilds. They can get the effective manager and match the game making for game guilds and game player. And the second is game producer. They can get all the player from our communities. They can rent or they want to test the game in our communities. It's good for them to get some feedback before they rent the game. And the second is many player and creator, they want to rent. They want to create some contents, and so they can provide some contents in our communities to teach someone how to play the game and how to access the game. Yeah. Now this is our business models. We can get some fee from the rental platform platforms. And the second is we can we charge the game producer enlightenment plan fee. Is very small, but if At the beginning, we willing to cooperate with some game producer for free if they but they had to pay some incentive to our community's members. Yeah, and the second is game sharings. We will willing to help some game producers to promote the game in the markets. So we will get charge some little fee. And the third is game guilds partnerships. We cooperate with the other game guilds. So if we will work together and try to make some promotion, and some game guilds want to use our game guilds tool, we'll charge the fee from the game guilds. Yeah, and the last, we will invest some NFT assets and incubated games. Now we also cooperate with one games. It is called Autonomy Heroes. Now, so we try to make now we still communicate now, but in the future we will work together. Yeah. And the market plan, yeah, there's the flow market plan. We will be the first is business developer. We will build a partnership with the blockchain project, especially the game producer. We try to open our market, and we try to help the game producer to promote the games. So this is very important. And the second is influence markets. We also cooperate with some KOL and some big communities. Yeah. And second is social campaign. Yeah, we maybe later I will introduce this. Yeah. And the last is marketing activity. Last month we did marketing activity. We get a lot of members in our Discord. Now let me show you some data. Yeah. Now our Discord have more than 10,000 members in our Discord, and and the second is we cooperate with the 5 game guilds. Yeah, they're all in the Philippine markets. And Enlightened programs members, we are target high for 500 persons. Now we have access almost 45 members in our programs. Yeah, and now our game guild has 120 more than this empty assets, and we have more than 10 market partners. And let me show this is our market prediction. Now our game guild's player income. Now each month we can earn almost $10,000 each month. We start at April. Yeah, and in the future we'll expand our community, and we also will hire more players in our communities. And the second is platform incomes. Maybe in the next month we will maybe next week we will rent our rental platforms. We will charge some rental fee from so we will start and at the next 2 months later we will get some enlightenment fee from the market. Yeah, maybe this is and the second is now we had developed the Philippine markets. Yeah, we have almost 2,000 members, and we also have some game guilds cooperate with in Philippines. And the next step we will develop the Vietnam and Africa markets. Yeah, in the Q2s. And now we in the Philippines we also have some individual game guilds members. They they have some player now join our community discourse. So if you have some, if some game producer, they want to try to find some player to test the game, they can also contact with us. We can also provide some community and player to test the game and give them some feedbacks. Yeah. And now this is our market partners. My neighbor Alice is also our mentors. Yeah, we work close together. They also give us some advice. And Darlenia and Ittering and Cromia is also our is what we with our teams. Yeah. No, this is financial information. Yes, this we just opening our Silams rising. We maybe raise $3 million used for 6 months. Yeah. And our teams. Yeah, I'm the Vincent. I have expert in the blockchain and have 10,000. I have run a communities before. The number is 10 of thousands community and experience. Yeah, and all our team have 2 or 4 years experience in blockchain and DeFi projects, and familiar with different frameworks, Substrate, Solidity, yeah, Raster, and the team have a strong community building and public capacity. Yeah. And Paul is our advisor. He is come from my neighbor Alice experts. And Doug Joaquin is the Cuban. Oh, sorry. Joaquin is our financial advisors. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. Sorry about that. My English is not so good. Maybe not so clear. If you don't understand, you can ask me.
It's okay, Vincent. Thank you very much for the presentation. Happy to have you, and we're gonna jump directly to Jason, so he'll have time to introduce AceStarter. Jason, if you're ready, you can start whenever you want. Oh, your mic is off. No, you need to turn on your mic. Yes.
Oh, sorry for that.
No problem.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Zayshin, and I am the CEO of the AceStarter launch page. And so today I'm so happy to be here and introduce about our platform. Actually, we firstly talk about our vision. So we are the next generation launch page that we have many new things. Because I am in the past, I am the users of many launch page before, so I can see there are some pinpoints that they are facing. That's why we are decided to build the AceStarter to improve all the problems, and hopefully AceStarter can have the users, the investor, and both for the project owners as well. We can have we can do better for the marketing. So in general, a launch page, what is the mission of a launch page? That will have a project to do the raising fund on the IDO, on the INO, or the crowd private sale. Yeah, and the second service is launch page. And normally you will have the project not only on the fundraising, also on the user acquisition, working with the communities, PR, etc., and many activities. So in general, the launch page, that is a marketing platform to have projects, a new project, jump into the blockchain world successful. Yeah. So the project is backed by the Apota Group. We are from Vietnam, and I am also, the co-founder of Apota Group. We have the 10 years, and after 10 years, we are, a quite good brand in Vietnam right now. We have some 4 subsidiary companies, including, the Gamota for the game publishing company, very famous in Vietnam. The AceStarter, that is a digital marketing agency focused on the game, the gaming. The third company is the e-wallet payment, and the last one is the cloud solution. And after 10 years, we accumulate quite a good expertise on the gaming and entertainment as well. And we are also, the exclusive partner of Facebook Gaming in Vietnam market. Right now, we managing more than 700 KOL who go to the Facebook platform to do the live stream every day. So that is the good resources help us when we do the AceStarter. We can have the new projects on the marketing. And the second backer of the AceStarter, that is the Go Game from the Singapore. Go Game is also backed by the Sega Japan, and they also work on the building the games and distribute and publish the game in Southeast Asia as well. They also help us a lot, and they also support for the new projects listed on AceStarter. And the last one, that is Long Zone. Maybe you already know about this. Long Zone very famous, and they also help us quite a lot in the beginning. Okay, let's talk about our ecosystem and the features of our launch page. So firstly, we basically we have the IDO, INO, and IGO, but there are 2 new things. The first thing is the IMO. We design influencer marketing platform into the launch page, and we connect between the KOL and the project owner, and then we when they promote for the project, and we will have the checking system to see the performance of their promotion, and then we decided the allocation for the IDO for them. And the next thing is the Gaming Zone. Gaming Zone, we in the launch page, you can imagine that it's not only for the INO or the IDO. We also provide an entertaining environment to integrate more and more the mini games inside the launch page, and then they can entertain it at the same time. And in our ecosystem, we also have the AceStarter Ventures to invest and incubate for the new projects as well. There's something special. Something special for the AceStarter. So firstly, we follow the hybrid fair launch model. If you maybe you somebody here, maybe you do not pay attention about this, but it's very important for us, because when we look at the market, we can see that if the tokenomics, the fundraising model, if we organize in the layer system between there a gap between the seed round, private sale, and public round. So actually, when you release the project, there are big pressures on the selling the tokens, right? That's why we follow the hybrid fair launch model, where the VC round or the public round also have the same price. That is quite unique right now. And the second thing is it's not like other launch page that they check, they require the users, they organize the launch page on the tier model. It means that the user must pay to buy many tokens of the launch page, and they lock it into a period of time like 3 months or 6 months, and then they have the rights to buy on that kind of model. We follow the subscription model, where the user can pay a small fee in a month to join into any deal on the AceStarter. That is a very new thing. Okay. Right now we are actually we're working with right now existing is nearly 14 as well, and both in the GameFi and the non-game as well. Yes, so you can look into the screen that there are some some recent projects we are support on our platform right now. There's some some name here. You can see that is non-game. The first one is the Comic Coin. That is a platform for to generate the comic, to enable the artists to do the creative on the comics and the NFT as well, so they can sell their products on the Comic One platform. And the second one is the So Cool. The So Cool is a platform for the KOL. Any KOL can come to this system to create their own tokens, NFT as well. It will help for the big KOL to do on that. And there are many also the Galactic War, also a AAA product as well, and the Football Battle also very potential in the market right now. What we are looking right now, actually we have firstly, before talking about this, we will talk about our resources. We are right now very strong in Vietnam market, and we have the relation and cooperation with the communities, with the game guild, with the KOLs, also in the Southeast Asia as well. So we can support for the new projects who working with us. And what we are looking right now, so firstly we want to explore more on the high quality crypto projects and outside Vietnam. It's not limited on the GameFi project. We also are looking for the DeFi and the utility projects, because many GameFi projects already. That's enough for the user, right? So we are looking for the new projects for our community. The third one we're looking for, that is we still open our partnership with the communities and the game guild, especially in the in Brazil, in Canada, in the US, India, and many part of the world that we have not yet touched on. Of course, the last thing is we also want to do the marketing activities, to have the core branding with other platforms and product as well. Even the members in our Okay, thank you very much. That's 10 minutes for me. You can contact me at 20 quid. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jason. Thank you for every presenter, every speakers today to have joined this new members presentation. Thanks again, guys. Just very few words about the fact that the BGA will be on the NFT day next week. Not only to speak about the BGA, but also having a booth and showing some blockchain games we have with our members. So it's going to be an opportunity to anyone attending the NFT day to play actual blockchain games and win some prizes with it. So thank you very much, guys, again, and wish you a very good weekend. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Take care.